Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So those that are new here, my name is Melissa. This is my channel, but I have a announcement. Okay, I have officially, through DNA, have found my biological father. Round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anywho, after 10 plus years of being on a DNA website, okay, I have officially found my biological father. Okay, so buckle up. Okay, buckle up. So backstory is, back in 2015, I got married, and for a wedding present, I got an Ancestry DNA kit from my bosses. Love them. So I got the kit and I did the DNA, and I got to see like all the origins and everything of where I've come from, like what I'm mixed with, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Super cool. Love that. Very interesting to see. I did get some family members on my biological mother's side of things, which I know who she is. And you know, I was trying to find family through there. Great. Okay. But I already knew who my bio mom was. I really was interested in my bio father's side, and she didn't know who he was. She had a couple things that she said might be him, but she, like, it's been 30 plus years, so she didn't remember. And so this is crazy. I did the DNA, and then I started getting like cousins, or like I don't talk about like 2-3 times removed, like all those different kind of things. A lot of us are messaging each other back and forth, like, who do you think this is? Who do you think that is? Like, this person, that person. Like, do you know who this one? Like, I didn't know anything. I'm adopted. I don't know anything. So it kind of sat there for a long time. Like I said, I've done the DNA kit like 10 plus years ago. So we did the DNA, and then within like the last, I'd say in 2021, on that time, I found out that a specific family was related to me pretty closely. I'm talking like cousins, okay? Like first cousin, a lot of DNA. So we went through like some of the stages. I'm talking to different people. I know in family. We're just figuring out who is who, and who am I related to, who is my dad, cousins, aunts, uncles, all that kind of thing. So we go through it, and I find out there's like 7 brothers or something like that. There's a lot of brothers, and one of them could be my father. So around 2021, when I got the DNA about my biological father, like the family of him, I realized that there was one particular man that looked so much like me. I was like, this is a strong possibility, okay? And they all do have a similar look, but this specific man, I was like, yeah. So in 2021, I messaged him, and I was like, oh, like, I think he may be my bio father. You know, what do you think about that? Whatever the message was. And I didn't really get a response for a long time. And then eventually, like, he started calling me and video chatting, or trying to call and video chat, and I just didn't want to do that. I felt like I just didn't know this person. The reason is, before I did this whole thing, I had reached out to a man prior to this, and there was a relation. So like I said, at first he didn't do a DNA sample, so I couldn't tell like who he was exactly, but he was related to me, similar facial qualities, light eyes, light skin man. And I was like, okay, like this is a possibility. I talked to like his son, who they'd also found out later in life that was his son. And so we talked, we FaceTimed, we chit-chat all the time, and we'd just be on the phone a lot. I talked to the man as well, going back and forth, like who was who and what time, when I was born, and what area did my mom stay in, and blah, blah, blah. And there was a lot of similarities. They all hung out around that time. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I got blocked on everything. No one would talk to me. No one would call me. No one would message me on Facebook. My phone number, everything was blocked. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. And I was just like so stunned. I didn't know like what to really do. And I was like kind of irritated, because I'm like, that is so weird. Like, we were talking like back to back to back to back, and now I can't get a hold of you. And it was extremely hurtful. And I was like, this is so crazy. And so I ended up having to let that go, because there's really nothing else I could even do. And then later on, I found out about my biological family. So I found out like through like a cousin. I said, okay. So cousin means that this particular family is my family. I just gotta find out which brother it is. Okay, so fast forward 2021, I messaged him. Great, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to call me and stuff like that. But after this whole experience, before, I just didn't want to do that. I was like, you know what? Let's just wait for DNA, because I don't want to waste my time, you know, and then go through that whole thing again. So I declined all calls, and I can't say that it's his fault because I just was not answering the phone, to be honest. Like, I'd rather, which is really nice of him to want to like not care and be like, hey, like, you know, you family anyways. And I appreciated that. I was just like, I don't want to do that again. I'm not ready for that. So anyways, fast forward, around like 2023 or something like that, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do the DNA. It never happened. So I kind of let it ride. I said, you know, like, if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to, you know. He says he was, and he didn't do it, and it was like a whole thing. And I was like, you know, it's fine. I said, because at the end of the day, like, I have a mom and dad. Like, I'm not hurting for a parental figure. I just out of curiosity would like to know like what my family is, you know, and what they look like and how they are and stuff like that. So I kind of just let it slide, you know, saying it's okay, you know. And then a couple years later, one of my cousins was like, no, we're not doing this. I said, we're locking it. She locked in. Okay, she locked in. She's like, no, we're getting this kit. We're bringing it over to him. We video chatted, or she sent me a video. Hey, this is this person. He's taking the DNA. We're gonna find out if this is your father, and we're doing the whole thing. I'm like, girl, okay, you know, saying that's cool. That's great. I love that. So a month later, we confirmed it, that this man is my biological father. And honestly, I'm not surprised. Like I said, he copy paste. Okay, I look so much like him. And so it was kind of odd, because like seeing his face and being like, that makes so much sense. And it was so cool finding that information, because I feel like when I was younger, I had like a lot of issues with like my identity. There wasn't any black people really around us as kids, and we are adopted into predominantly like a whole white area. It's all Caucasian, you know, so there wasn't any black people in the area where I really stayed, that many where I was connected to. So I struggled with like my identity and who I was, and trying to hold on to my culture from what little bit I had before being adopted. And so I was just trying to hold on to what I could, and it was difficult, you know, to hold. I mean, I was only with my own people until like 9 or 10, and then that was it. So I felt like it was me like wanting to find a biological family made me feel like I was like holding on to that side of me and onto my culture. So I feel like that was super important when I was in my young 20s. And now that I'm like in my 30s, I'm like, it's not really that important. Like, it's important, of course. Like, it's great to have family and to like, you know, get to meet like siblings. And I've had a really good experience so far, and being able to talk to them, and it's been really nice. But it didn't like, it wasn't a sense of like, I need him as like my father, you know, like obviously it'd be great to connect, you know, once I, you know, saying he's all for it. Has shown no hesitation as far as like being able to wanting to talk to me, nothing like that. I just hesitated because now I'm like, oh, it's real. And now I have to figure out like, you know, how I want to move forward, and how do I feel about this, and what kind of connection do I want, and what's this gonna look like. And so I still don't really know. It's still great. It's great to find out and know that that is in fact the case, and I'm not being like rejected, and which is kind of nice, because that not fun. But yeah, so he is found, and it's honestly kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal. It's like, okay, now what? So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll update you guys when I actually really talk to him, and when if I ever get to, I don't know, we do like a little cookout or something, you know. I'm sure I'll have a time, and the family's been really nice so far. So I guess I'll like let you guys know if I had any updates on what's going on. But yeah, it's been a big couple weeks recently. Like I said, I had so much going on in the last like month, and trying to like maneuver everything. So that's kind of why I've been MIA. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I will keep you guys updated about anything that changes. Okay, so anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my story time, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.